you know, wanting to stick a rag in our mouth and then tie us up politically. Hillary Clinton, I'm going to play this clip first, has crawled out from under that proverbial rock. Then we'll play Brian Williams. And she's warned the world of fake news. That's just amazing, isn't it? This is the woman caught rigging the debates. I mean, we knew it was 2 against 1 and 3 against 1 of the debates, but it came out, it was rigged. And it came out in the Democratic debates, it was rigged, and they were getting the questions beforehand. That they were coordinating everything from Comedy Central to CNN. Here she comes to save the day. Crooked Hillary speaks out against fake news. There's no need to fear. Anti-corruption Hillary Clinton is here. And Joe Scarborough, when there's not dead interns found in his office, he's battling fake news. Thank goodness. And he sits there next to Mika Brzezinski, whose father's a famous war criminal that brags he helped fund Pol Pot in his own book. But see, the general public doesn't know what monsters they're looking at. I'm not saying Scarborough's a bad person. He just wants to get rid of his competition as free speech. That's not bad. Wanting to shut us up, you know, wanting to stick a rag in our mouth and then tie us up politically. Nothing wrong with gagging somebody. Things usually get a lot better after that point, don't they? The mainstream media drives around in its little ice cream truck going, we got puppies, kittens, free chocolate, candy. Don't, and we're like out in the front yard like parents, don't get in the van, kids. They're like, don't listen to that guy. He's fake news. We were against the Iraq war. We told you Trump was going to win. We're just right basically about everything. Told you Obamacare was a scam, but it doesn't matter because they say we're bad. Here is Her Highness, who's announced, Kit Daniels, Infowars.com. Hillary ignites Soros-funded purple revolution against Trump. Oh, they're not giving up. They almost had America dead in the water. They almost had America strangled. They almost had it over. They had their foot on our neck, and they're not going to stop. Harry Reid and Schumer and her all laughing. Let's go to her lordship. Here it is.
The epidemic of malicious fake news and false propaganda that flooded social media over the past year, it's now clear that so-called fake news can have real-world consequences.
Yeah, you lost the election.
This isn't about politics or partisanship. Lives are at risk. Lives of ordinary people just trying to go about their days, to do their jobs, contribute to their communities. It's a danger that must be addressed, and addressed quickly. Bipartisan legislation is making its way through Congress to boost the government's response to foreign propaganda, and Silicon Valley is starting to grapple with the challenge and threat of fake news. It's imperative that leaders in both the private sector and the public sector step up to protect our democracy and innocent lives.
Oh, really? The Washington Post had to retract that Russian agents were running things. You want to shut down your competition. You want to end free speech. But they're hiding it in plain view. Hillary, I'm not trying to shut off your free speech, you evil witch. One thing Scarborough got right is he said today that Hillary didn't lose because of fake news. She lost because of Hillary. So as bad as Scarborough is, he's a lot better than Hillary, even when I'm going off on him. But at the same event yesterday where Hillary said we got to go after fake news, afterwards her supporters, like cult members, like Kim Jong-un had died in North Korea, were like, they lied about you. They said you stole the money from the foundation, which they admit you did, and they said all of it. You know, it is in the Podesta emails, all the weird sex stuff. You guys focused on ping pong pizza, Comet Pizza to distract everybody. Sure, we covered the news coverage of it. I mean, you people are a joke. Hillary, everybody sees right through you. Get used to it. So here's the end of her speech where the private sector, government, we have to work together to shut off the fake news. And it's happening.
Bipartisan legislation is making its way through Congress to boost the government's response to foreign propaganda, and Silicon Valley is starting to grapple with the challenge and threat of fake news. It's imperative that leaders in both the private sector and the public sector step up to protect our democracy and innocent lives.
It's like crying monkeys. It's like a war. Can we play that again? She's like a war-mongering demon. Can we cut this in with the North Korea stuff later? I want to get all our supporters the night of the election, after, and then ongoing, crying with loops of when Kim Jong-un died. Now, here's Brian Williams. This is the same woman who said I was under sniper fire in the air and I was under sniper fire on the ground. We had to run into the building when I landed in Bosnia-Herzegovina. Then it cuts to her, sunny day, kids giving her flowers, Hillary waddling around. She is Brian Williams. But hey, it gets better. You don't need to have the Brian Williams connection to fake news. He'll come out and do it himself. The spokesman now against fake news, Brian Williams.
And lately, there's been a lot of coverage in the real news about the growing and booming business of creating fake news. Our own Jacob Soboroff just spoke exclusively to the creator of one of the most widely shared fake news stories in the lead up to election days, with us from our LA bureau tonight. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Brian, pretty extraordinary. You know, after this weekend shooting at this D.C. pizzeria, it has become terrifyingly clear that fake news has such real consequences. According to BuzzFeed and an analysis that they did in the 3 months before the 2016 presidential election, articles with fake news from fake sources were shared at a higher rate than real news from us, the so-called mainstream media. And on Facebook, Brian, it was hard to...
You know, it was BuzzFeed that said Hillary had like a 97% chance of winning. The New York Times said 96. Then a special secret algorithm. So fake news announced that fake news increased. They show some graph. Oh, we're so concerned about fake news. Thank God we've got Brian Williams to tell us all about it. More than 20 years ago, when I started InfoWars, I was a fitness addict. As time went on, my metabolism slowed down. I quit working out. I was working 18 hours a day, and I gained right at 100 pounds. I started to exercise really hard again, and I started to try to eat healthier. Started taking third-party supplements. Started seeing some more gains. But when I started working with Dr. Group and some of the other top formulators in the country, they said, Alex, it's all about trace elements and things that the population is absolutely deficient in. Boom. Weight started pouring off. Toxins started coming out of my body. Then, by early 2016, I was in the best shape of my life since I'd been in really good shape in my 20s. But the election heated up. I started working 14, 15, 16 hours a day. But more importantly, I stopped taking the supplements because we rearranged the kitchen and somebody took the Lazy Susan off the kitchen table where I took some every morning, and I just kind of forgot about it. It was out of sight, out of mind. And so then I realized this morning, I said, we're going to put the Lazy Susan back on the table, and I'm going to start taking it religiously again. And I'm going to work out like I've been the last few weeks at the same level. It's the holidays, so I'll probably eat more. And whatever the results are, I'm going to publish the findings. It's December 5th, 2016. We're only like 25 days from 2017. And I want to invite all of the info warriors of every race, color, and creed that bleed red blood and love liberty, justice, and truth to make our bodies great again.